So YouTube is constantly making updates to YouTube Studio. So in this video, we're going to take a look at how to use YouTube Studio in 2021. There are constantly new features being introduced. In fact, they brought something back that we haven't seen in a while. We're going to cover it as well as every other feature that's available in YouTube Studio in this video. So stick around, and hey, if you want to see videos that are going to help you build and grow your channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you're alerted to future content. All right, so when you're logged into your YouTube channel, you can click on Customize Channel or Manage Videos to get into YouTube Studio. You can also click on your icon in the upper right-hand corner and go into YouTube Studio this way as well. This is going to bring you into YouTube Studio. We're going to go through all the tabs and show you all the features that you can take advantage of. Plus, I'll show you some new features that they recently released that bring back some classic features that we all enjoyed, and we're glad to see that they have returned to YouTube Studio. All right, so when you first log into YouTube Studio, it brings you to the dashboard. You'll see that the tab that you're on is highlighted in red on the left-hand side of the screen. And then you have a number of tiles that bring you a variety of information. You're going to see this tile here that has your latest live stream or your latest video displayed for you with some analytics and how it compares to your other recent videos, if it's a video, or information relating to your live stream if it happens to be a live stream. You have channel analytics here in the middle. It shows you your current subscriber count, as well as some summary analytics over the past 28 days. You can see the total views, watch hours, and revenue. You can see the top videos in that time. And then if we scroll down a little bit, we see we have published videos over here. This is your most recent published videos, your latest comments, your latest post in your community tab. Also some recent subscribers down here. And then on the right is typically information that is shared with you from YouTube. We have YouTube news, some ideas, some content from Creator Insider, which is a great channel. You should definitely subscribe to that if you haven't done so. That's kind of where employees of YouTube share information with you in a more direct way than we might get from an official YouTube release, but that's a great channel to be aware of. And also in the lower right-hand corner here, which is a little obscured by my head, we have what's new in YouTube Studio, customize your channel in Studio, protect your privacy, and see more studio updates. So if you're wondering what updates come out, you can always click here, and this is actually going to bring you to their support page, and it shows you when the last updates came out, what they were, and how they might be meaningful to you. We are going to focus on the stuff that is in here right now. You can definitely check that out for future updates and things like that. But we are going to jump into the first tab, which is content. Now, content, this is your video list. They switched it from, it used to say videos, and then you'd have playlists, etc. Now they have it switched to content because they are incorporating more into this list. You'll see you have your uploads at the top. You have your live streams. It now separates everything out. We have posts in your community tab are available in here as well. Also YouTube stories, but YouTube stories are only out there for a limited time, so they do go away. All right, so jumping back to uploads, this is a great place to see all your videos, how many views, when they were published, whether monetization is on, or whether you have any issues with any of your videos. This is a great place to check that out. You'll also see here we have this extra drop down. This is from TubeBuddy. So if you're not currently using TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy is a free browser plugin that you can get here. I'm using it in the Chrome browser, which integrates a bunch of extra tools into the YouTube interface. As you interact with YouTube, you get the tools there as well. You see they have a variety that are available. You can actually go to trytubebuddy.today and get started with that for free. You can sign up if you do want to get one of their paid tiers. Some of these features, such as their A/B testing, are going to be available at the higher tiers. Great opportunity to really get a better insight on your videos and learn exactly how YouTube is seeing them and how to make them better and how to get people to click on your thumbnails and all of that. TubeBuddy has a ton of different tools that are all geared towards YouTubers. So if you do want to upgrade, you can use the promo code DansBuddy to save 20% off of your subscription. Plus, if you pay for the year in advance, I think you get another 20%. So you can kind of stack those 20s and get a pretty good deal on a year's worth of one of their paid services. So definitely check that out. But in addition, if on any one of these videos, you have the option to go in and edit a video, or you can see the analytics for a given video. If you want to go in and look at the comments, you can do that. You can drive right into the monetization for that video. And then we have some options over here. We can go to the actual video itself on YouTube and watch that. We can get a link to share it. We can do a paid promotion on that video, which I don't necessarily recommend except in specific circumstances. You can download the video and you can wipe that video out and delete it. You can also get into your edit, your title and stuff here as well. And you can see here, you also have the menu from TubeBuddy as well on the individual video level. Next up, we have playlists. This, as the name suggests, show you your playlist. If you're not currently doing playlists, you should consider doing them. It's a great way to organize your videos by the topic that you are covering in that particular group of videos. You know, in my case, whether it's, you know, tips for YouTube Shorts or how to edit videos or how to live stream. We really appreciate our sponsors here on Creator Fundamentals because they help us keep the lights on and they help me dedicate more time and energy to making the videos you need to grow your channel and expand and grow the income around your content. Today's video is sponsored by Restream, awesome web-based platform for live streaming that allows you to bring in audience members as well as add a bunch of polish and finish to your live streams for that professional look. If you are looking to live stream, you can get set up on Restream for free. I definitely recommend it. It's what I use to live stream. You can go to tryrestream.today and sign up for free. I appreciate it. It'll help out the channel and it'll give you an awesome platform to live stream here on YouTube. You just kind of group your videos in those playlists and it allows people to see other content that you've made that's related to a video that they may have watched. So if they are looking to learn how to live stream on YouTube and they want to see a variety of content on that subject, you can get all that grouped in a playlist and that'll certainly help them out as well. Analytics. This is the big one. This is where we get a lot of our information from, and this is where one of the old features that used to exist has been brought back to life. So used to be you could go to websites like Social Blade and get a live subscriber count. But then YouTube changed the API or the way that other companies can read the data from YouTube, and they started rounding off analytics that were being provided. So you couldn't get a live up-to-date subscriber count because it would just round to the nearest number. So if you see here on the right-hand side, this is our real-time stats. This is typically where you would see, you know, your last 48 hours, which is still here. You can go in here and see more if you want to see traffic and what has been happening in the last 48 hours. That's here, which videos are actually driving views, etc. But above that, we now see live count or see live count, and you'll see that it now gives you this full page look. And it gives you your live subscriber count in the middle, plus it gives you that track of the subscriber account, a cumulative, and this is actually a great thing because we've wanted this in YouTube for quite a while, a cumulative look at subscriber growth. And you see it defaults to 28 days, but I can go in here and do lifetime, and I can literally see the growth of subscribers on this channel for the entire life of the channel. So this is a really cool feature. Excited to have it be part of YouTube Studio, and it is great that they're finally able to do that. You can see you can collapse that and just get the subscribers listed in the middle. They are collecting feedback on this particular feature. The one thing that I would probably suggest to them is, could you make these numbers a little bit bigger? We have all this real estate. And sometimes what people like to do is they'll do a screen grab of a live subscriber count and they'll include it in a live stream. It would be cool to pump up these numbers a little bit, get them a lot bigger, make it a little more epic and grand, and allow us to see that live subscriber count and be able to do some things with it. So that's an awesome feature. We're so glad that they have brought that back. Now we got a lot to cover in the analytics page, so we're going to try to go through this as quickly as possible just to give you a high level look. But you'll see you have channel analytics, and then across the top we have menus. So overview, reach, engagement, audience, and revenue. And then within each group we have tabs. So we're in overview. You can see 120,000 views, 3.7 thousand watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, and then revenue. And this is all over the stated time frame, which is going to default to 28 days in the upper right hand corner. But as you can see, you can change it to anything you want. There are some preset options: 7, 28, 90, 365, lifetime, last couple years, last couple months. And then you can go into custom and you can set your date range to anything you want. When you set this date range and you start moving around, it's going to show you everything based on that date range. So of course, if we do 2021, it's going to show us everything since January 1st. And you see that it's all based on that. So we go into reach, you'll see that the date range stays the same. Reach is going to show you the total impressions that YouTube is providing to you, your overall click-through rate, the number of views that has resulted in, and then how many of those views were in fact unique viewers. So we see here we have 342,000 views and 256,000 unique viewers, which means we have some people that are coming back for multiple videos during that particular time frame. So on reach, you'll also see your traffic types. You can see that we are heavy YouTube search and external, with some a little bit of love from suggested and shorts. These are certainly going to vary based on the type of channel that you have. How-tos typically will favor YouTube search, get a little suggested as well. But we've also been doing fairly decent on external from like Google search. So over here on the right, we have impressions and how they led to watch time. It shows you your total impressions, your click-through rate of those impressions, and then your views, and then the average view duration and watch time from impressions. That's one of the things you'll notice. And this number doesn't really mean that much because it's across the entire channel and we're not really measuring things that way. But I put out a couple YouTube shorts on this channel that have done really well. I think they're in like 50 or 60,000 views, which obviously brings down the average view duration across the entire channel. Again, I don't think that that has a major impact on your channel versus the average view duration of any given video. And then watch time from the impressions, 6.9 thousand. It shows you your top playlists as a traffic source down here. Mixed Creator Fundamentals, which is a playlist that YouTube generates. YouTube featured tutorials, etc. We have external traffic. You can see that most of my external traffic is coming from Google search. It shows you a little breakdown from your traffic from suggested videos, and then your traffic from YouTube search and what those leading search terms are. So a lot of information to unpack on this screen. On all of these tabs, you're going to see that it shows you the video counts. These little squares are standard videos. These little kind of wave symbols are live streams. And then when there's multiple videos in a short period of time, it will show you that number, and then you can hover over them and see all the individual videos and when they were released. So pretty cool to be able to see all that as well. Engagement, again, average view duration over the course of the videos, watch time, and then down here, key moments for audience retention, still watching at 30 seconds. So this is basically showing you your latest videos and what percentage of the audience was watching at a particular time, which is kind of a new feature, or a feature that they have been developing. You'll typically see this with each of your videos. It'll show you these little items that you can click on. This is kind of showing a summary of multiple ones, continuous segments. It'll show you, and you hover over and viewers watch this section without dropping off. You'll have spikes that it'll identify, so videos that have spikes. More viewers watch these parts of your videos compared to previous parts, and your spikes are typically going to occur when somebody watches your video and then backtracks to watch that particular section again. And I see this a lot with videos. If I'm doing videos on how to upload a video or how to access a particular feature, a lot of times people are looking just to find out where that feature is, and they will kind of scan the video, they'll find that part, they'll watch it again to learn how to get to some particular feature, and then they'll hop off the video. So that's what generates these spikes that you'll see down here, where they're watching it, they're like, yep, that's the part I'm looking for, and then they went back to do that. In this case, it happens to be a video where I am showing them how to get to something, and I'm actually listing the steps, so that has caused them to go back and kind of follow those steps to get through that particular video. And then dips, obviously we don't want dips, because dips mean that less people are watching that particular section. And in this case, this dip is a sponsored section. So we can see there, that's a good case to say, okay, well, this sponsored section is maybe too soon in the video. Maybe it's hurting the overall watch time of the video. Maybe we should experiment with moving the sponsored section somewhere else. And depending on how that works out for you, that's a decision that you have to make, because sometimes the sponsorship does a lot better than that video may be able to perform. So it's kind of something that you have to balance. All right, audience. Again, returning viewers, unique viewers, subscribers. And it shows you returning views, new viewers as a comparison to each other. And again, with the videos, other channels your audience watches. You can see my audience has some overlap with vidIQ, Think Media, Nick Nimmin, Andy Dubé, and Justin Brown, Primal Video. Over here we have when your viewers are on YouTube. This is YouTube analyzing the people who are watching your videos and showing you when they are online the most. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean because they're on, they're going to watch your content, but it's just a way of suggesting that perhaps maybe you'll get a better initial response when you upload a video if you do so at a time when the majority of your audience is available and on YouTube. Down here, it shows you the subscriber bell notifications. This actually shows you, so subscribers who turned on all notifications for your channel, 24%, so 18,000.6 of the 70, almost 75,000. And then subscribers who turned on all notifications for your channel and enabled YouTube notifications. One of the things that YouTube changed not too long ago is they stopped sending email notifications. That means that the people who are going to get alerted when a video comes out are people who have YouTube on their mobile device, and then they have notifications for the YouTube mobile app turned on. So those are the only people who are going to receive that notification that, hey, you just dropped a video. It certainly had an impact on some channels, but you can see it tells you that the typical on YouTube is between 5% and 20%. We're coming in at 12.1%, or 9,000 of the 75,000 subscribers on the channel actually have all the notifications turned on that are going to allow them to be notified when a video in fact goes live. Down here, they also break down your audience into demographics, age and gender, top geographies, etc. All kinds of information there as well. And on the revenue tab, we have your total revenue. We have your RPM, which is revenue per mil, which is the amount that you're getting per 1,000 views. And then your playback CPM, which is cost per mil, which is the total cost that an advertiser would pay for 1,000 views. Obviously, you're not getting the full part of that because YouTube takes a cut of that as well. It tells you your monthly estimated revenue by month, which is helpful. Top earning videos, which ad types are getting you the most videos, revenue sources, whether it's ad revenue, transaction revenue, etc., and transactional revenue from channel membership, super chat, super stickers, etc. All right, so one of the ways that analytics really gets powerful is this See More button. This is kind of where a lot of the great analytics come into play, and I'll show you just a quick example of what they look like. So if you click See More, it brings you into this view. You have kind of a graph across the top. We have videos, and it's top videos by views and watch time, subscribers, estimated revenue, impressions, etc., and then click-through rates. But you can do all kinds of cool stuff here. If you want to see subscription status or subscription sources, one of the better ones where you can actually run a subscriber report to see where your subscribers are coming from. So of all the people who have subscribed to the channel in 2021, we can take a look here. So you'll see in 2021 so far that 5,000 people have actually subscribed to the channel, but there were also 2,000 people who unsubscribed for a net total of 3,127 subscribers. Here we can see where that came from. You can see the majority of subscribers comes from the YouTube watch page, so we can drill into that. That's going to show us the individual videos. Now, this has always been an interesting thing on my channel, and I'd love to know if you see this in your analytics as well. As you can see, it says that the total subscribers were 3,369, but if you do some quick math on the videos that they show you, it's easy to see that these numbers don't equal the total subscribers. So I'm wondering if that's something that everybody sees on their channel. Definitely let me know. It's something I always kind of witnessed on this channel. I don't really know why that is the case. You'd think it would be pretty straightforward that it would be showing you the total videos that came from the YouTube watch page and then the total video breakdown of those. But that's not always the case. So I'm curious, let me know if yours seem to add up or you're kind of in this situation, because I see 12, 13, 14, maybe 1,500 worth in this little area, and it says 33. So I definitely love to know what you guys think and whether you see those anomalies on your channel. But we go back to videos. You can sort by any of these topics to see which ones are generating, you know, the most views or subscribers or watch time. You can see which ones are bringing in the highest click-through rates on your videos. And it just gives you a better understanding of where your traffic's coming from and how you can work to get more traffic to your channel. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to slice and dice your content here. I'm not going to go through every single one, but I also want to point out that there's this little plus right here that gives you a bunch of different columns that you can add to your reporting. So if you wanted average view duration, you could click on that. It's going to pop the column in here. Once you get the information that you want in the upper right-hand corner, you can export the current view, and when you click on that, you can go to a CSV file which you can download and open in Excel or in a Word doc, or you can actually go and open it in Google Sheets. Open it in Google Sheets is a great approach because it lets you save it in Google. You can run like a monthly report and do comparisons on a regular basis to kind of understand what everything is doing and how to make improvements. You can see it takes all that information, drops it into a Google Sheet. You can rename it. It obviously renames it based on the date range that you had chosen. And it's just a great way because now you can come in here and you can add your own columns and do calculations and do everything that you might want to do to really dig into your analytics. You can also get to all the comments for your channel in the comments tab here on the left. You'll see it shows you all the comments. By default, we have comments I haven't responded to here. And it lists all the video or all the comments from all your videos. There are some that would be held for review, things that are inappropriate. We don't want to spend too much time on that tab because I'm sure there's some stuff on there we don't want to see. But this is where you can go. You can see that the TubeBuddy menu here. You can also do some canned responses and things like that to help you answer comments in a more efficient manner. So here we see subtitles. If you drill into one of your videos, you'll see the subtitle option. You can see the top 10 languages spoken by your channel's audience down here, predominantly English, Hindi, Filipino, Arabic, etc. down here. So if you do have a video that is pulling in a strong audience in another language, you can certainly add a language and create subtitles for that language. Another great feature by TubeBuddy, showing you who's actually watching your video to help you understand whether it makes sense to go through the effort of creating subtitles in a language other than the primary language that you're doing on your video. Copyright is where you're going to see people who have taken your content and used it for their own personal gain. In this case, we have somebody who has stolen one of my videos and used 100% as their own video. So they basically just deleted or downloaded the video and re-uploaded it on their channel, which of course is a no-no, something that you shouldn't do. I definitely recommend that you don't do that. We'll do request removal. And then it would bring you through the whole process of entering all your information, and we'll take care of that later. But you'll also be able to come in here and see requests and messages and then any work that you've done in this particular area as well. So monetization, we'll go in here. Monetization, depending on where your channel is, you may have merchandise or memberships or supers or giving or brand connect. I'm not going to click in all these tabs because there may be specific information from my members, etc., out there that I don't want to publish in this video. But just know that in the monetization tab, you can come in here and get to all of these different areas. So if you haven't come in here, definitely go check out, see which of the tabs you have on your channel. And then there's some more information down here that explains what each of these tabs are. So customization, that is a fairly new menu option where they took a lot of stuff that was kind of scattered all over YouTube or your YouTube channel in various places and kind of centralized it. You can choose the video trailers for your main YouTube page to go here. Featured videos for returning subscribers. Channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed. You can set those here. And then these are the playlists or sections that are going to appear on your main page. You can click here and add a section if you haven't already maxed out the way I have. You have the option of clicking here and you can drag these around to organize them. And in this case, I've used a bunch of vertical playlists to kind of share the information on my channel. Now, branding, you have the ability to go in and change your profile picture as well as your banner image here. And you can come in here and upload a new one. It tells you the specifics of the dimensions that your images should be. So in this case, if you're trying to upload a banner image, you need it to be 2048 by 1152 and 6 megs or less. So it kind of gives you a start there. And then also here, you can add a video watermark. One of the ways that people use the video watermark is by uploading a subscribe image. Like you see that I have here, it's basically just a small image that is, that has subscribe on it. And the reason they use the subscribe image is because when you hover over this, when it's showing in your video, it actually brings up a subscribe dialog. So it encourages people to subscribe to your channel, and it reminds them that, yes, you can hover over that image and actually subscribe. And I actually have a website called tubetemplates.com where you can buy a variety of different subscribe watermarks to go and upload on your channel. I have them up there for gaming and podcasting and a variety of different themes. So definitely check them out at tubetemplates.com. You can use the promo code CFSAVE25 and get 25% off your order. But this is where you would actually upload that watermark. I usually just leave it with the custom start of 5 seconds, and you just click if you do change or upload or add if it's not there. And if you want to change it, you can remove or change as well. So that's where you go to do that. And then basic information. This is your channel description. This is where you're going to add that, your channel URL, your custom URL, and then any links that you want to display in your channel banner. They appear in the upper right-hand corner of your channel, but the lower right-hand corner of your banner art. So if you want to have multiple links display, this is exactly where you would put them. We have your links on banner. So you can have multiple links that are all going to appear in the About section of your channel. But if you don't want all of those links to appear on your banner, you can determine how many. You can do the first 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 links to display on your banner. So that's up to you. And then contact info, if you have an email for your channel, which I recommend you should, for the opportunity to do brand deals and sponsorships and things like that. It's always good to set up a business related email for your channel. So down here we have audio library. Audio library comes in handy when something, if you've got a copyright hit or request or takedown, or YouTube has identified that you've used copyrighted material and you need to replace a section of the audio, you can certainly come in and use the audio library to do that. And they have a variety of options in here for you. Now, settings, there's a couple different things here. These were, when they made the customizations tab, some of the things that we used to find in different, in the settings area were moved over to customizations. So here's what we have in settings still. We have general, just currency and your channel. You have basic info. You have your keywords for your channel to let YouTube know what your channel is about. You have advanced settings where you can determine on the entire channel level whether your channel is made for kids or not. You'll see in the advanced settings, this is where you would link your Google Ads account. You have an option here for auto-generated captions and whether or not you want it to remove any potentially inappropriate words, which is certainly a good idea to do. You don't want it to put something in there that it misinterprets. If you know you have clean content and there shouldn't be any words like that, but it thinks it found one, you can check this right here and it will remove those inappropriate words. Subscriber count, you can display that to everybody. I recommend keeping that public. No reason to hide it. Doesn't really do anything for you. And then we have advertisements. You have the ability to disable interest-based ads. And basically, these are ads that they use your viewing habits in order to determine what's relevant to you. It's really up to you on a personal level whether you prefer ads that are based on your activity or whether you want to stop them from doing that. And then channel visibility. Obviously, we want our channel visible to public if we're putting out content, but you do have the ability to hide your channel from here. And then you can manage your YouTube content, remove YouTube content, advanced channel settings as well from here. Then we have upload defaults. This is not used by as many people as it should be. It's definitely worth taking advantage of. This is where you can decide the preset information that's going to be included in all your videos. So if you have, sponsorships or affiliate links or information about your channel that you want to appear in every description of every video, you can put it in here once, and then you can save it, and then when you upload a video, this will all be pre-filled. We also have the visibility on an uploaded video to be set to unlisted. That way, by default, you can set it to public or private or unlisted. I would certainly suggest private or unlisted, so you have the opportunity to make sure the upload portion of that was successful, and then spend some time to make sure everything's optimized before you actually publish it. And then tags, if you want to put the same tags in all your videos, which I don't really think serves a lot of purpose, you would do that here as well. And then advanced settings, standard YouTube license versus Creative Commons attribution. Creative Commons is basically saying it's okay for other people to use your content. By default, I would recommend going with the standard YouTube license. Make sure you choose the category that your content is about on your channel. And then here we have video language is English, text and description language is English, but you can certainly set this to what's appropriate for your channel. And for many people, this caption certification will be set to none. You can hover over the question mark and see if it's relevant to you. And then comments, you have the ability to allow all comments, hold potentially inappropriate comments for review, hold all comments for review, or disable comments. This just protects you from having somebody put something inappropriate in your comments that's public until you figure out that they've done it. If you hold inappropriate comments, then YouTube won't make them visible until you've had a chance to review them. And again, another feature of TubeBuddy down here, you can create multiple upload defaults. So if you want to have a different set of upload defaults for live streams versus regular videos, or perhaps you have different series, or perhaps you have a series that's sponsored by one brand and another series that's sponsored by another brand, you can create those write-ups in your description in two separate upload default profiles, and then you can just choose whichever one's appropriate when you're uploading videos for that given series. So in my case, I have a brand channel. Basically, there's two kinds of channels. You have your user channel, which is kind of the default channel that you get when you first set up a Google account and start using YouTube. Plus, you can actually create multiple channels, and you can create those other channels as brand channels. So if you need to manage your permissions on your brand channel, meaning allowing other people to do certain tasks on your channel, you can come in here and set up that authorization for them to do so. And it used to be with the user channels versus the brand channels that user channels couldn't bring other people in to help, but it seems that YouTube has been working towards remedying that issue, because you can bring in people to help from permissions in YouTube Studio. So here we have an opportunity to move permissions to YouTube Studio, and I know that this will allow user channels to bring in other people and do certain things. Now, there are some limitations on the permissions through YouTube Studio, that they're not as robust or far-reaching as the permissions on the brand channel, but hopefully as YouTube goes forward, they're going to continue to make strides to make them equal to each other and allow those people who have been granted permission to do as much as they could, as is the case on a brand channel. All right, so the community tab in settings, this is where you can set moderators who have special permissions in your live streams. You can also have approved users and also hidden users. So if you have people that are spamming your channel or otherwise inappropriate, you can actually choose to hide them on the channel, and they are sent here to purgatory, and nothing that they post on your channel is seen by anyone. And then you can do blocked words. This is where you put a list of everything that you're trying to keep out of your comments section, everything from sub for sub requests to profanity, etc. You can put those variations and everything here to get those blocked. You also have the ability to block links so people aren't spamming your comments with links to their own videos or links to websites or any of that other stuff. That's definitely a good one to have on as well. You make any changes, you want to make sure that you click save in the lower right-hand corner. And last but not least, you can send feedback in the lower left-hand corner by clicking there. You can highlight an area of the YouTube Studio if something's not quite working right and give them some information regarding the issue that you're experiencing. Learning all the ins and outs of YouTube Studio will definitely help you get the most out of your channel, but you should also start thinking about how to generate income from your channel. On screen now is a video that's going to show you the top 10 passive income streams for YouTubers. Definitely check it out, and that circle below me, that is a subscribe button as well. Make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.